Jamie Lissow.
Yes.
Back in his house. Jamie, welcome back.
Great to be here.
Hey, this is, what is it again?
This is the See What Happens podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the See What Happens podcast. We haven't done it in a while. I forgot what the hell it was called. Hey, welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, people. Welcome back, the great Jamie Lissow. And so listen, pal. How was... I've only known you 9 years. Am I saying your name right?
I didn't hear what you said. Did you say Lissow?
Yeah. Or you say Lissow? Which
No,
one do you
Lissow is correct.
like? Lissow. I like Lissow, too. Lissow. Okay. Some people call me Schneider. Some people call me Schneider.
I don't like either of
You don't
those
like either
pronunciations.
Schneiders?
I like the Schneider name. When I was on the radio,
Yeah.
people said that I had the worst radio name, Lissow or Lissow, either one.
Like listen?
And they tried to get me to have a radio name. You know, like they wanted to call me the Bug or something.
Jeez.
You know, they're like stupid.
Yeah. That's why you had to move out of that area.
Yeah, I go. I'm not going to be.
You don't need that
That's
shit.
a fake name.
You don't need that crap. Good for you. I'm glad you left. Glad you left those people. Now they're less funny, less interesting, less witty, Mr. Lissow. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
You too.
Do you guys celebrate Christmas up in Alaska? You do, right?
We do. Yeah.
So you have your three beautiful kids who are Charlie's 12,
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Briar's
Briar's 8.
8, and then Miles is probably 5.
He's 4. About to be 5.
Wow, that's gone quick, huh?
It flew by. So you just made me think as you said Christmas. Like, did we have Christmas? So because of a recent divorce, have my own place.
It's been a year now.
It's been a year. It's not recent at all.
I know, but it's
weird.
been a
You
year.
think
But
think the
no,
pain would
it's been a year
subside.
and 3 months. I remember when it happened.
So I have my own place, like a little condo.
Yes.
There's a house with my ex-wife and her whole family,
Yes.
and they do like a crazy Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
They
Big. Huh?
dress up in costumes. They sing songs.
They do.
And everything about this is it's not my favorite. And so here's
The
my
kids
question for
dig
you.
it, though?
Yeah, the kids, of course. I think that maybe only the kids should dress up.
Okay.
So
What do they dress up as? It's like a Halloween kind of thing? Or
every year,
yeah, they pick
there's
a new
they,
theme?
They pick a new theme. So then you get
That
to be,
is awful.
You get to be included on a text thread of hundreds and thousands of theme ideas.
Oh, yeah, and then it's voted on, or is it, what is it?
Yeah, this one day I was working with you and Patty, and I was in the other room. We were writing at the table, and my phone kept buzzing and buzzing when I was like writing, and I go, "What the hell?" And I had like 111 text messages. It's like countries, the Olympics, animals, like all these, and you're supposed to weigh in. And so my question for you is, I did not go to Christmas. Does that make me a bad person? So meaning they did like a Christmas thing on Christmas Eve, and I chose to just, you know what? Let me just get my own little thing going. I got a little tree. I did not go. And my argument is,
Yeah. No, first of all,
Yeah.
you don't have to justify any of that. Once
Okay.
you've been extricated, whether it's your own volition or they extricated you via a lawful divorce,
yes.
literally that means no longer part of
Yes, it
divorce.
was a lawful divorce.
I would say
lawful marriage.
divorce if you look at divorce. What's that? Lawful
divorce, but
you
awful.
take the L out of
Yeah.
lawful. Awful. So, but the thing was, we have three beautiful kids, so let's always
Which is
remember
it's
to go
all
there.
it's all great.
But you decided to not. So they did invite you. Wouldn't that have been awkward to show up in your? What was? By the way, we need more information. What was the winner for the costume?
Here's part of the reason
the
that made me.
Christmas costume.
I think we could all agree that there are no winners at the costume Christmas. But I was
Okay,
not.
but what was selected?
Part of the reason I wasn't invited to Christmas. I don't think, but I was not on the email thread.
So you weren't in the email thread.
I was not even in the thread.
So how did you know about it if you weren't in the thread?
Well, just because my kids are going over, and you know, like I'll get strange text messages from my wife.
so
like,
were you invited or were you not?
I think my wife might have said, "If you want to come," and then she goes,
Your
she goes-
ex-wife.
She's my ex-wife. She goes,
If you want to come,
the other day she texted me.
you want to come and be uncomfortable. Would you like to come and be uncomfortable in front of people who used to be related to
What if
through
the
through my?
theme had been
our
awkward.
marriage?
What if
Yes.
what if that had been the theme? People that don't belong. I'll be there. She texted me the other day and it just says no information. It just says, "Hey, can I borrow your snorkel?" and your what are the things you put on your feet?
Flippers.
And your flippers. That's all. And I write back, yeah, I mean, sure. And she writes, ocean theme.
Wow.
So my son, Charlie, he dressed, and the kids love it. It's great for the kids. He dressed as a straw.
A straw. Oh, that's right, because there's a lot of straws in the ocean.
And then
that poisons the turtles or whatever.
I can't remember what everybody else was, but I didn't go. And my thing for not going was I don't know if I was really invited, but I also felt like it's more of you go there and the kids just run off and play with each other.
Yeah.
So I go, hey, let me just do my own Christmas. So that's what I did.
By yourself.
Well, with the kids.
Because here's the thing.
The next day.
Because people don't know that Jamie Lissow, it's Lissow, right?
Yeah.
They don't know that Jamie, I've only known you 9 years. They don't know that Jamie Lissow moved for his wife away from civilization to live in the wilderness of Alaska, and you still wanted to have a career in show business?
Yeah.
You see, you're like that TV show Northern Exposure. Except you're not helping anybody up there like that guy was. He was
I never saw that show.
He was a doctor.
Oh, God, I'm doing... No.
The guy who was on that show was actually an extra on Saturday Night Live back in like the...
Really?
Back in like the 80s. And they'd when he hosted Saturday Night Live years later, we had a clip of him. There was a clip of him as an extra in the back of this sketch.
I would say I'm almost the opposite of a doctor. Like how little I do for anybody.
No, you're a great man. You're a great father. And so you know, it's tough because the kids, they got to be near the mom.
Yeah.
You know, near mama, near at least some in-laws. So they're still up there.
Great in-laws.
And do they like it up there?
Do the kids like...
Well, they must, you know, they have nothing to compare it to.
Well, I asked my son what, on a scale of 1 to 10, what he thought of Alaska, and he said, what's the lowest number in the range? And it scared me. It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's tough because I was just there for 3 weeks in Fairbanks.
That's awesome, yeah.
And it was 30 below zero most days.
That's not awesome.
Which you can't go outside. So I think there are limitations, and I think they get a little fed up with the cold sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine that would get frustrating because you want to be, you know, you're a kid. Part of being a kid is playing.
Yeah. And
that part of playing is being outside.
Yeah. Being able to take a glove off without losing a hand. Did I tell you they go
playing
out
baseball?
They go outside up to 20 below zero. They still make the kids go outside for recess.
Wow. Yeah, but these are like weathered people.
They
have and how big is the school? It's not like a...
It's pretty small.
Really? How many students?
I don't really know. I would say a couple hundred.
That's pretty good. I was going to say if it's under 30, it's tough. You know, you don't want to be like that one kid in that, you know, Japanese town that's got the only kid in the whole school.
Oh,
one kid.
Tiny school would be. Can you imagine you date the last girl? You're like, oh shit, I guess that's it.
Yeah. Well, you're either going to the prom with me or you're not going. Is that a threat?
They did come to L.A. a few months ago, and you would not believe.
They like it, right?
There's so little going on in Fairbanks that my kid was like, you know what I really want to see? And he's like, an Uber Eats.
Oh, wow.
Can we order Uber? So like everything like that they were
That's kind of cool.
Fascinated by.
We'll get to bring him here to come go swimming.
I'd love that.
Yeah, do it next time they come.
Over there, you try to go swimming, you hurt yourself. It's fucking frozen solid over there.
I know. They
would love to swim.
I know. The kids were sick, though, Thanksgiving. Your kids were down here Thanksgiving around then?
Yeah, I think so. I went off for Thanksgiving, but they were here.
I had a Christmas gift fail.
Oh.
Did you have any fails?
Yeah,
First of all the stuff I bought for the kids, none of it got here on time. That's a fail, right? I mean, luckily my wife's not an idiot like I am. She's got her shit together.
Uh-huh.
She's a mom, and she got all the gifts here on time.
Well, it's tough to know when something's going to arrive. Like on Amazon, it's not like they tell you exactly when.
No, but I think I ordered some stuff like on the 15th or 16th or something.
Really?
Okay, 17th. And anyway, surprisingly, just got here a couple days ago. But you know what the cool thing was? It was like a surprise for the kids. Because like, whoa, we had no idea this was coming.
Oh, because it was not Christmas anymore? That's what you mean?
And so the kids are like, whoa.
That's nice.
This is cool. It wasn't like they were going to be angry. Like, why didn't this stuff come 2 weeks ago?
Dad's New Year's Day presents are here.
I know. That's the thing, you know. And one of the ones was a fail. Like, I mean, that was a failure.
Did you guys shoot
That
fireworks
became-
off January 4th?
That was a fail. Maybe we cut the turkey December 1st. No, we that was a fail. But one of the presents I got, clearly the kids I had miscalculated.
Oh.
The little one,
Okay, she's
our 3-year-old.
3 years old.
I thought she'd like these animals, and it's made of these wood toys. I think wood toys are cool, right?
When you were on the phone with your manager, I was looking at that thing.
Yeah,
That's one of the coolest toys I've ever
That's
seen.
cool. But then that's the one I got for the 7-year-old. The
Okay.
3-year-old, she got the littler one, which was just like Noah's Ark,
Okay.
which is like, a bunch of animals or two.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it got to be 2 by 2, right?
Yeah.
So
Guy and a
anyway, I
girl.
got her that. Yeah. And so it's got like a little Noah and his wife.
Mhm.
How come she never gets any credit and everything? It's like Noah.
I
and
forgot
his
she
wife.
was there.
Yeah. So it just, you walk the animals up and put them in the,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a wooden boat.
Yeah.
And you walk them up and there's like a hole and like a little thing over the hole. And then the Noah stands there and you walk the animals up and you put them in. And she did that once. That was it.
Is there a room in the back where they take turns banging the animals? That's what that was for, right? To make sure there were all the animals?
To make sure that there were 2. You see, the planet at the time, Earth, was so messed up that God wanted to destroy it. And that's why he started that rains for 40 days and 40 nights. That's according to the Bible. Might want to read that one of these days, Jamie. So anyway, so that was like a fail. She didn't really enjoy that.
How come your 3-year-old didn't like your world-ending Bible gift? So thoughtful.
You know what? If you would have presented to her that way, maybe she would have more got like I don't know. I think we're trying to do more God stuff with the kids,
Yeah.
like the older kids in Catholic school.
Wow.
I think it's just a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
It's another go-to in the discipline.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you better listen or
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you're going to go to hell. That kind of stuff. What's hell? Hot.
Yeah.
Burning. Fire. Really? How long does that last? Forever. All right. And then they do it. I guess, I don't know. I think it's good to think there's a big thing out there that you're part of the whole thing.
Sure.
Not a specific God. I'm not for a specific one. But, hey, if you're going to be involved in something, Christianity's pretty nice.
Yeah, and what you said is so important. Isn't it nice to have those people you can kind of... It's nice to have a threat with your kids. Do you remember when you guys had the karate guy?
Yes.
You went to karate, and the
He was good.
sensei, and you go like, hey, if you do this wrong, I'll tell the sensei guy. It's nice to have those not your parents people that you can kind of threaten with.
Yeah, because that's one I'm really cognizant of. There's only... your kids got to misbehave someplace. And they're going to do it here,
Mm-hmm.
They can't be like scared of screwing off, at home because, this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like my 3-year-old, I know I'm just doing it wrong again.
What do you mean?
Just because she just melts me. I'll let her do whatever she wants pretty much.
I do that.
She
I'm
cries.
The worst.
She cries and runs to me. It's like, yes, whatever mommy said, let me undermine this.
Underminer. The undermine.
You can have whatever mommy just said no to. Yes, you can. Why? Because you're so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
My son the other day asked me for something, and I go, what did your mom say? And he goes, I ask you first now. Because it used to be like the no, and then you had to band together.
Good cop.
So now
Worst cop. Yeah. And so that was a fail. Did you have anything that the kids didn't like for sure?
We had, it wasn't any of our faults, but Santa got my son the wrong size basketball jersey.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How did that happen? How do you get the wrong size?
It's, I guess, the elves, or I don't know what happened, but it was just, we told Santa the size.
You did.
And
You specified?
via letter.
Wow.
And it came, and it just was like way too big.
So, but did it have the right size?
Well, I looked at on my own,
Yeah.
to see if I could get the right size, and it was sold out in all of America. So I was able to get
A size.
Well, I got the correct size, but it's from Australia. I just got an email that it just cleared customs.
Ah, that's nice to get it over here then.
Yeah.
No, it's great to get that eventually.
And they're having a sale because it was
in
after
time
Christmas.
for Valentine's. You get the gift from Australia. Keeps on giving.
And but they did have a cool after Christmas sale. It's twice as much as it would have been because it's sold out everywhere else. And so that's on. So it's going to be fixed.
Wow, that's amazing that guy's that popular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The guy.
What's his name?
I don't even know. It's the guy on the Bucks.
Kawanapolis.
Yeah, I guess he's amazing.
Kawanapolis. What's his name?
I can't remember.
That's all right. I'm already bored with your story, Jamie. Look,
I'm so sorry.
no, but so that was a fail.
Huge fail. Like I called him Christmas morning and I go, "How's everything going? Merry Christmas." And he goes, "Not good."
Here's how I know. Oh, really? Here's how I know we have too much for our kids and we're not organized or disciplined. Because I asked Miranda last night, our 7-year-old, I said, "What is your favorite gift that you got for Christmas?"
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying to think of something.
She's like, "I like yours, Dad, but I didn't get him for Christmas." So those don't.
So there was a bunch of stuff she named. She liked everything.
Okay.
And I said, "Okay, good." She said, "I like all of them." And I said, "Oh, that's awesome." And then she said this, "I just don't know where they are."
Whoa.
So it's like our house. There's too many toys in the house. The kids can't find the toys. And so like an idiot.
That's a big house.
I tell that to Patrice.
Your wife's supposed to be on the podcast. She got lost on the way here from upstairs.
No, but like I'm telling you, we have too much shit.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of this shit.
You guys do have, if I could be so bold,
Oh, fuck.
you guys have more horse. There's 4 gigantic horses in the living room. Of all varieties.
Yes, they wanted a stables to this morning. I don't know what happened. One of the ones she bought had like one of those little like Marshalls. She went in there.
Oh, really?
The like that's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a bag of. It's just a horse that can't even stand up. What's a useless stuffed animal? And then the other one we got at that fancy place that's in Home Alone. Basically, that place, FAO Schwartz, or whatever's supposed to be that, right? And I was in that movie, by the way. And so,
great movie, loved it.
I took my kid in there, and she saw this horse. It was like when you're going up the escalator. Mm-hmm. It's closed now. Now it's an Apple store. That's how expensive that real estate is there on Fifth Avenue. Toys can't, they got to sell iPhones now or computers. So anyway,
people were sad about that, right? That was an iconic.
Yeah, it was, but
place.
So it's Amazon ruining every town in America, including New York City. So we're going up the escalator, and they put it like on little blocks. These beautiful stuffed animals, beautiful, like really well, just they look like really well made, beautiful, very authentic looking. Realistic looking. And so I said, "Which one do you want?" She wanted the horse, of course. And so she grabbed the horse, and we got it, and then the place went out of business like the next week, I swear to God. And so that was that one. And then it was the one I just ordered. It just came in late for Christmas. It's a rideable unicorn.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It's the unicorn that's out there. It's out there. It's part of the horse pack that's out there now. Part of the stables.
And there's 2 more on Noah's Ark. I mean, you guys have a lot of horses.
That's our living room. So anyway, but it's rideable, which means you can sit on it without falling over or breaking it. So she likes that.
So your little one did not love Noah's Ark, but was there anything she really liked?
She liked every toy that her sister had and screamed about it.
Oh,
No, they did pretty good, playing with each other. But they're like the older sister knows that she's got her number, So like whenever she saw something she liked, she says, "No, this is mine," and she would have totally like let her play with it, except when she saw how much she could tweak her sister. Right. Do your kids doing that at all?
Yeah, I have my little one and my daughter. They will fight like crazy and do that exact same thing, taunting.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's the taunting. Mm-hmm. But then there are moments when they play so beautifully, and I'm trying to be that parent where I don't hover, you know?
Yeah.
So I you just let them. It's amazing what they can sort out by themselves if you're not paying attention.
Yeah. It is if you're on your phone. It's amazing that they figure it out.
Yeah.
Yes. So are you relieved to be out of there now?
No, well, I just get so sad every time I have
know,
to
but
leave.
because it's tough to leave. Because those kids, and how long are you going to be gone from the kids?
This time only a couple weeks because I have some gigs up in Fairbanks.
Oh, good. Good to be back.
I should plug my gigs in Fairbanks. They're getting.
Why don't you plug your
They're getting
gigs?
podcasts.
Where are
up
you?
there
Where
soon.
the hell are you going to be?
I'm just kidding. I actually don't even know where I'm going to be.
No, come on. Where is it?
I can't even
Jamie?
remember. It'll be on my Instagram.
It's on your. What is it? Tell people your Instagram.
I am Jamie Lissow.
Mm-hmm.
My website's robschneidersfriend.com.
Okay, good. Well, that's terrific. Well, those will be good gigs, and you get to see your kids. Doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm out of here this weekend too.
What are you doing? And I also want to go back to.
I want to just tell you what I'm doing. Where am I going to be?
Where are you going?
I was supposed to be here. I'll tell you where I am. I'll tell you right now. As soon as I look it up on my phone. I got this thing. I got my agent. He sends me the places I'm supposed to be.
It's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. No, I'm leaving tomorrow. I can't believe I'm leaving and you're here.
I know, man. I had no idea
It's
you were leaving.
Ridiculous. Okay.
How long are you gone for?
Till Monday.
Okay.
No, that's not okay.
Theaters?
No, I don't like it. I don't like going. Their gigs are really nice, though, Jamie.
You know what I have to do coming up? I'm doing a roast, but you know, like you see a Comedy Central roast and you go, it's funny because you know the people.
Yeah.
This is real people with lives.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to do that where you have to roast? I don't know any of these people.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, you can't, it's not, like roast, I think it's like mean is funny type of thing.
Yeah.
So I have to do one of those with people I don't know.
Jesus. How do you do that?
I don't know. They just send you information about the people. I just don't want to hurt someone's feelings.
You did a good job helping me with the roast, remember?
Dude, that was our first
gig
might have
together.
been first writing gig.
You got to tell people what that was.
Roast of Quentin Tarantino.
That was a good night.
Right?
It's a good night for us.
I remember I had just met you doing that show where I opened for you.
Yeah.
And we hit it off and you told me, hey, maybe we could do some stuff. You could help me write sometime. A couple weeks later, you go, hey, I'm doing the roast of Quentin Tarantino. And I wrote you some jokes. And then you called me and said, like, good job. You liked him. And I was excited. And then I was driving to work.
Yeah.
Driving to work that day on my little morning show in Rochester, New York. And I'm listening to Howard Stern. And Howard Stern comes on and he says, he goes, man, I went to this roast last night. I go, oh, shit, it's going to be he goes, it was the roast of Quentin Tarantino. And then he says, this thing sucked. He goes, I'm sitting there and I'm like, holy shit. And he goes, I'm bored out of my mind. People are trying to be funny. Then I'm like, oh shit, Then he goes, until somebody gets up and destroys, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said, and it made the whole night, and I'm going, come on. And he goes, Rob Schneider tore the roof off, and he went on and on. I was like, and I'm driving to this little radio station in the middle of nowhere, knowing that like I helped you maybe write a joke or two.
Dude, you gave me the best joke of the night. The best joke of the night was your joke that you lovingly gave me, which was, I said like, you said Quentin Tarantino. I said, it's it was at the video store, and I saw.
What movie was it?
I don't want to. It was like the
Grindhouse. It was the one with
Grindhouse. This is the worst movie he ever made. He knows it. And Grindhouse. He said, no, it's good, man. Let me tell you, no, it's not good. I hated it. And they said Grindhouse. I want to say Grindhouse was bad, but you go to the video store. This is Jamie Lissow's joke. This is when they said you go to the DVD store or the video store. This is when they still had them 10 years ago. And it said, if you like, you tell the joke.
I can't. It was something like I saw Grindhouse up on the wall, and it said there was a sign next to it, and it said, if you like this, you'll also like, and there was an arrow pointing to a bowl of shit.
And let me tell you, that fucking joke murdered. I laughed. It was like a 30-second laugh.
Makes me so happy.
And then I looked down to fucking Samuel L. Jackson. I was like, just say no once, you fucking whore. Just say no to one thing in your life. How much fucking money can you spend in a lifetime, you piece of shit? Anyway, it was just one of those days where you could do that.
His auto reply just says, I'll take it for email.
But anyway, this was like the beginning of This is 10 years ago now. This is like in 2010 this happened, right?
Yeah.
So 9 years ago, December 2010. And I just remember like the next day, because it's supposed to be like, this is the Friars Club. Those aren't aired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and it was like in the Post.
It was all over the news, and it was only your jokes about John Travolta
Yeah.
and someone else.
And it makes me feel bad because I like John Travolta. But it's like, that's the guy you got to go after. I mean, you have to go after, I went after, Travolta. Well, I said some of the other jokes. But I will say that, like, Freddie Roman, who's like the main guy, there for many, many years, he said there's been 4 great roasts in the history of the Friars Club. And he said 4 great roasts in the history of the Friars Club.
Wow.
And yours was one of them.
Amazing.
So I was pretty damn proud of that.
It's exciting.
So anyway, my friend, that was a great time.
Did you find your dates?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna be this week. It's really interesting because I'm gonna be at the this Thursday. Oh my God, in 2 days. Hopefully, we'll have this out there by the Thursday. Thursday.
Tell them some of the shows they've missed.
Let me see. I'm gonna be at the Hagerstown in Hagerstown, Maryland, at the Maryland Theater. Okay, Cha-Cha. Gonna be there Thursday, Maryland Theater. Also, gonna be Friday, Hanover, Pennsylvania, the Eichelberger Performing Arts Center. Yeah, that's right. That's January 10th. I'll be there. January 10th at the Eichelberger Performing Theater.
Hanover, Pennsylvania?
Hanover, Pennsylvania.
That's where they invented, that's where the Utz company, those snacks?
Yeah.
The pretzels? I believe that's Hanover. They may put some in your green room.
Well, let me tell you something. It's sold out, that show.
Sweet.
And then I'll be at the Music Box at the Borgata.
Awesome room.
Yeah, I'll be there. And that's going to be Saturday. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, Saturday. And that's Atlantic City, New Jersey. That's the one show you got there. That's the Music Box in the Borgata at the Atlantic City, New Jersey. And then
Do you remember when I opened for it at the Borgata, what happened?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell me. Let me just say the last one here. Then I'm going to be at this really nice theater, a small theater called the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut. Hello, Norwalk, Connecticut. Going to see you there. I'll be there. And that's a Sunday, this Sunday. That's January 12th, 2020. Can you believe it's 2020? But yeah, so okay, Hagerstown will be Thursday at the Maryland Theater. Friday, Hanover, Pennsylvania, Eichelberg Performing Arts Center. And it's sold out. And then Atlantic City, the Borgata, Music Box at the Borgata, Saturday night. Sunday night, Norwalk, Connecticut, at the Wall Street Theater. It was a beautiful theater. All these are beautiful. It's nice to be working theaters. I'll tell you that. So, Jamie, you remember... Oh, yeah, I remember we worked together at the Borgata.
Yeah, and I had never worked with you before. We had just done the roast thing, was the week before, and you called me up and said, you want to do some dates? And I was just like, oh my God, I was so excited. And we did a couple theaters, and the Borgata was the first one.
Yeah.
I was extremely nervous. It's a great room, but it's not an easy room.
No, it's a tough room.
And so they go, you're going to do, it was like nothing. I was doing like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So a cakewalk, right? But I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a tough room. And I go up on stage, and I'm doing my stuff, and I'm getting a few laughs. And not a ton, just a few.
Yeah.
It's going like, okay.
That was a tough night for both of us.
And I forget my watch, so they're going to give me a 5-minute light.
Yeah.
Right? So hey, remember this? I'm doing my stuff. I get the light. I go, oh, thank fucking God. There's the light. And so I wrap it up. Was not the light. Was a man trying to find a seat using his light from his phone.
Wow.
So I go, hey, you guys ready for some? Please welcome Rob Schneider. And it just so happened at that very moment, you were taking the longest piss
I remember
anyone
that.
has ever taken. And I remember they go, he's taking a leak. He's like in the bathroom. And so I'm like, oh, okay. No problem.
I know.
And so I'm
like a camel.
So I do one more joke.
Did I tell you? Oh, yeah.
And I go, is Rob getting? And they're like, dude, he's still taking a leak. It's unbelievable.
Can I just show you a picture? Monty could not believe this. I'm going to show you a picture here of me. Just you have to explain what this is. It's a picture of me taking a leak. Actually, writing my name.
What?
Yes.
In the snow?
No, writing my name. I wish in the snow. No, this is me writing my name on the side of the road.
What?
I got my whole name out. I'm very proud of that.
Really?
Yeah.
First
No.
and last?
First and last name.
Get out of here.
In cursive. With my dick.
Got to go cursive when you're using your dick, right?
Well, you have to.
Because you don't want to be stopping and starting.
You have to have a really strong... You have to have like an incredible prostate with control. You really have to have control issues.
I'm at an age where I'm not sure I could piss my first initial.
Look, there's the picture.
Oh my God.
There it is, my friend.
This is incredible. Is that snow?
No, it's sand.
Oh, sand. Okay. So
we're driving back from Northern California, from way up in Northern California.
This is crazy.
I'm talking Eureka to L.A.
It's not even Rob Schneider. It's Robert Schneider, which means you were so confident heading in.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
I made it through.
Is this your social you pissed here? 077. I could never do this.
Yeah, you could.
No, I couldn't.
I have
Are you
faith
kidding
in
me?
you. Jamie Lissow, if that's your real name. Yes, that's a pretty good
That's
picture.
incredible.
This is another angle.
That's literally what you
There's
were doing
another-
when I was on stage announcing you.
Here's another angle.
It's beautiful writing as well.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's really, you have really good dick handwriting.
Yeah. You know, what's interesting is that even if you're using your dick, it still comes off as like a, what do you would call it? A handwriting analysis expert can say, yep.
Most impressive thing about that photo is when you shit to dot the I. That was my...
We were just watching
incredible.
that San Francisco footage of how crazy it is in San Francisco now.
Oh, that was crazy.
I know.
Tucker Carlson?
I know.
Special report?
He does have like a little bit of a thing about trying to get any liberals. I'm all for, you know, the idea of liberalism, but in action it can be fucked up. Like San Francisco. And I'm from San Francisco. I love San Francisco. It's just, you know, you can't well, it's a lot. Oh God, it's such a big problem because under the Reagan administration, they closed all the mental institutions. These people have no treatment.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? And then you have a combination. They're giving out free needles, and they're not prosecuting for people if you steal under $950 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody, so they're constantly getting people stealing every day, and
you just get a little citation. They said if you steal a PlayStation, nothing goes wrong. You get a cite because it's under $950.
Wow, that's crazy. So anyway, yeah, I love that city, but I feel bad for that city, and it's a mess. But also, I'm sure not the whole city's a mess, but there are chunks of it. I will say that we had to remove the flower pots in front of our house there.
What's that?
We had to remove the flowers. There was a place for grow flowers, like a flower area.
I have a guess why.
And that they said that the city called and said, you have to remove the toilets. And I said, what? Yeah, the toilets in front of your condo.
Wow.
I said, what? I don't think we have toilets. He said, you do now.
Oh my God!
I swear to God,
seriously?
that's true. I swear to God, it's true. Yes, that's true.
Wow.
San Francisco.
You guys did put a plunger next to it, which I feel like
that was a
at
mistake.
some point.
That's us driving through San Francisco.
Yeah, look at that Golden Gate Bridge.
Look at that. That's Monty driving. Or that's me driving and videotaping. Well, videotaping was to me on the phone.
You're a. I don't want to out you here, but
Dangerous driver.
You're the It's even today. We went to a hardware store, and there were
what?
You were like, do you need a cup of coffee? And I go, not anymore, because because you also drive the Tesla, the electric. They go from zero. Aren't they super fast? It's like you're on a roller coaster.
Car there is, yeah. Well, I mean, from 0 to 60 is nothing faster.
It's like a roller coaster.
So has a guy going too fast? See, Patricia says I drive like an idiot.
I think
I do, right?
You drive as fast as you can. Like as fast as you can go
Let
without.
me just tell you, as bad of a driver I am, Adam Sandler's worse.
Come on.
Adam Sandler is the worst driver you can imagine. He drives like literally he has no he drives like he's driving. I know that this is not, putting down people in Pakistan, but Islamabad. If you can just imagine downtown Islamabad in Pakistan where the lanes don't mean anything and you just and like lights are suggestions.
Yeah.
That's Adam Sandler.
Wow.
He's born to be like a New York cab driver in the 90s.
And so he taught you to drive.
I do. I have to admit, I've kind of like gotten worse over the years, but also like, because I consider myself a good driver because I went to racing school for like a weekend. And so I think, now I know what I'm doing, But anyway, I drive like my dad does. You know, when you come to like, my dad used to come to a stop sign. He would go to the stop sign and like he would physically be behind the stop sign, his body.
Okay.
But there's like 15 feet of Lincoln Continental.
That's amazing.
That was another, at least 12 feet more of hood and everything in front of him. And so he become, I remember my friend Craig Fraser and I were driving and go, hey, there's Big Marv. He was a Scottish guy. Hey, there's Big Marv. And he said, oh, he almost fucking hit us. He's trying to stop sign. And he was reading his mail. This is like before.
So this is like pre-texting and driving. He was reading.
He was literally like reading his mail from the post office. He would go and pick up. He would a post office box,
Yeah.
because he got a lot of mail, and so he would get like he had his own little business, and so he'd go open his mail, and he'd be reading his mail, just like reading his email on your phone. He's reading his actual mail, opening
so
it up
dangerous.
on top of his steering wheel, just kind of like I don't know.
Were there any there were no. They used to not have. We have. There's like dangerous driving.
Here's what happens when you have a one party system like we do in California. Mm-hmm. It's like China, one party system. You don't have no checks and balances. Nobody's saying no to you. Mm-hmm. So they just start interfering in every aspect of your life here in California. So like before, if you were reading your mail or eating with both hands,
distracted driving. It would
yeah,
have been, right?
They didn't have to make a law for it. You just crashed,
right?
Or people would just say you're an idiot. Stop doing that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have a law enacted for it like they do now,
Yeah.
But then again, there's it is a lot more different with car phones, and maybe not everybody was reading his mail like my dad was.
Just reading the paper.
But I don't know. I just don't
Alaska, no cell phone. You can talk on your cell phone and drive.
Really?
Yeah.
You probably need to in Alaska.
Yeah.
Maybe your car got pulled over, or you have a flat tire or something.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
there's a lot of survival stuff that like Alaskans have to deal with. I love the law where if you pass somebody who's on the side of the road,
yes,
you can get a ticket or go to jail.
It's illegal to pass a person
who's broken down.
Yeah,
because they could be freezing to death.
Yep.
So you got to pull over and help them. Now if they did that in California, they would overthrow the government here. They would.
And I will
that
always
would be
stop
enough. They would say that's enough interference. We're not helping our fellow citizens. That was when California would say that's too much.
I stop 100% of the time unless there's headlights behind me, and then they'll take care of it.
Okay. Yes.
Did I tell you what happened to me? So in Alaska, you're supposed to, in your car the winter.
Oh God.
No matter what you're doing, you should have boots, gloves, hats, winter coats for everyone.
Everybody in the car. Yes.
Which I don't do that.
No, because first of all, if you're going a short distance, you wouldn't think you'd need all that.
Right, and so I live in Los Angeles.
And you live in Los Angeles.
So I go back 3 weeks ago.
I also live in Los Angeles, I should say.
I guess I live in both. And so I need to get gas.
You need to get gas.
Because my tank's almost empty, and you got to start your car all the time when it's 30 below. So I didn't want my car out my window to run out of gas for me starting it automatically. So I go, kids, we got to go get gas. Real quick, just fill it up.
Just jump in the car.
No boot.
Put your pajamas on.
Pajamas, 100%. My little guy.
We're just going a few feet. Don't worry.
No boots for my little guy.
Oh, you picked him up?
No coat
Oh.
for him. We get to the gas station.
It's like one of those news stories.
Yeah. And it's 35 below. Nice and warm in the car. We pull up. I fill the car up with gas. Start the car. No, it does not start. Just dead. It's completely dead. And and now people are lining up behind me, which makes it's even worse. They're like waiting for the gas pump. There's only a couple of gas pumps. So all of a sudden I'm like, the car doesn't start. I better figure this out. And then all of a sudden it's freezing.
Oh no.
It goes from being super comfortable. You take it for granted.
How cold was it out there?
It was 35 below zero.
Oh.
And all of a sudden my car is getting colder and colder, and I start
If you weren't divorced before this, you could get divorced because of this.
And I was panicking. But one thing about Alaska, I pushed my car, I put it in neutral, tried to remain calm for the kids. Yeah. One thing about Alaska, all I did was get out of the car and look panicked, and like 9 people offered to jump my car.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And only one person wanted to rob you. That happens up there too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of crime.
There is a lot of crime.
It's one of
Is
the
it
highest.
drug-related crime?
I think it's a lot of drug stuff. We have shootings and stuff all the time.
Oh, really? Huh? But that's nice. 9 people wanted to help you. That's beautiful.
It's just literally everybody stopped to help, and I was off and running in like 15 minutes.
But that's a tough 15 minutes. Did your kids panic at all, or they were like cool with it?
I was having a little trouble holding my shit together.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And there was a store, and it was only like a quarter mile away.
Yeah, but that's a long way away in the freezing.
It's so long.
But yeah, that's the kind of cold hurt your skin to be out there.
Yeah.
I only know that because, running from the comedy club in Chicago when it was 30 below.
Oh, Chicago.
To get to the heated car. That's how spoiled my life is. But yeah, I had a great time, by the way, in Chicago. It was actually pretty nice weather.
Would you?
I was up there at the out in Schaumburg.
One of the best clubs in the country.
My buddy Tony Baldino, and I had a good time out there. So to wrap this thing up, Jamie, I know you have a very busy schedule this week. Now, what is going to happen? Are you going to go back to your gig? We don't know yet.
We don't know. So I'm writing on Man with a Plan, and we just finished our 4th season, and it's up in the air whether or not there'll be another one. Great
success story you are, pal. So what else? So Jamie, the Christmas was good. Everything was happy, and you're back in L.A. It's got to be tough. It is tougher for the kids when like this is like honestly, like like Miranda is used to me leaving all the time, but now the little one, the 3-year-old, it's really tough for her.
Oh,
so she's just such a sweetheart.
It's brutal.
When I go to the store, she starts crying.
Mm-hmm.
So we just try to sneak away. Yeah, it's so tough.
Oh,
that's why we got to get this new TV show going, so I don't have to leave.
Yeah, I'm working with you for the next stretch. So
we'll write a couple of movies, and I think I'll get busy. I want to be busy the next few years and be with the kids, have them come with us. And do you think your wife would ever want to move down here?
I don't know. We had talked about it before I got divorced, and she had said she would consider it, but she said a lot of things.
Okay. I don't know. I hope
so. I don't know
for you, buddy, in any way you wanted to. Okay, so no, just mention your gigs. You're going to be up in where?
Yeah, I will give my Instagram as I am Jamie Lissow because I can't. You know how you read your gigs? It's like, oh, I'm at the beautiful ballroom theater. I'm probably at like John Deere's Red Creek Inn or some shit. Like all of mine are going to be.
They're lucky to fucking have you.
It's going to be great though.
See, this is why it's tough to leave that little girl.
Oh, that's a cute picture of.
I know, my little girl.
Do you know I called your house today and Madeline answered?
She did.
Your 3-year-old, and she goes, "Hello," and I'm like, "Madeline," and she just immediately launches into like, "Hi, you just missed Santa was here, and there were reindeer." I had the cutest conversation with your daughter. She was very. She said everything was great except for this shitty Noah's Ark toy that she got on the 27th.
She got it on the 5th of January. Oh God! Look, you just have to see her losing her shit here in a good way. You never seen a kid have more fun. Just slide these back. Slide these pictures.
Oh, this is her on a. Wait a minute.
Look at she's having so
Where
much
is she?
fun.
It's a private jet.
What is this? She's had a bed on the jet.
Oh my goodness!
Look how much fun she's having.
She's just smiling and laughing.
And she'd never had more fun.
That's exactly how I was in the middle seat on the way here from Alaska.
Look how happy that kid is.
Oh, that's a happy kid.
Oh my goodness. She had a fun time.
Remember the time your daughter, Miranda, if you edit this out if you don't want me telling the story. Okay. But remember you said like your kids, that they are kind of getting used to stuff and can't find her toys because the house is big. What about when she sits on Rob takes her on an airplane. Yeah. And the week before she had been in like first class, like on an international flight. And your 7-year-old got in her chair and was like, "How do I lay this down into a bed?"
I think she was 5 at the time. How do I put this into a bed?
Amazing.
I mean, why wouldn't it turn into a bed?
What are these other people doing on our plane?
I know. It's so funny. So spoiled. But they're good kids. God, I love those kids. And, oh my God. But the thing is, we were flying back from Mexico a while back, and she got, I don't know. She got a bug or something. She got sick. I don't know. It's a very uncommon thing. It happens in Mexico. But she was going to throw up. She said, "Dad, I'm going to throw up." And I believed her. So I don't know what to do. Instead of just grabbing the bag and keeping her in the seat, I said, well, let's try to make it to the bathroom.
Sure.
And that was a mistake. So
you didn't make it?
We didn't make it. She just did projectile. I don't know.
God.
It's just like literally like a stream of,
Oh, no.
and I had just given her vanilla ice cream, which is like, that'll calm her down.
Oh, my
it
God.
just gave her more fuel to the to the torpedo of vomit.
Oh.
So she was just literally like,
and then you're trapped on the plane.
It was a stream of just vomit, and it literally was just covered the whole first class section.
Oh my God.
And a little speck got on this woman's shoe, and she was such a fucking C word about it. Now, I guess maybe I'm an asshole. I said, of course, she got vomit on her shoe. It was like a little bit, just like, come on, he's a fucking kid.
You're suffering enough. She can tell as a parent you're having a tough time with a kid. Just
yeah, and like she was such an asshole about the whole thing. And she like insisted that, Delta pay for her new shoe. And it's like, I'll pay for it. What are you talking about? Anyway, but she was just an asshole about it. But, they could not have been nicer. The Delta people were so incredibly nice. They just, but I realized, my wife was like, why didn't you just keep her in the seat? I said, I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Can I ask you a personal question? In a situation like that,
Yeah.
do you get embarrassed, or are you? I feel like you don't get. I get very embarrassed and stuff. How?
Oh yeah. I felt bad. Well, I felt bad for her that she felt bad.
Yeah.
For one thing, I feel bad that she, I feel bad for the other people, but I feel worse for my kid. She's not feeling good, and she's embarrassed that she threw up, and so, as they get older and older, you got to think more and more about like them, and being embarrassed.
Yeah.
Your kids ever feel like like embarrassed or school or something that's happening?
And we don't go, honestly, like maybe this makes me a shitty dad, but I don't take them a lot of places. Like we don't like go out to eat because there's 3 of them and I'm not that good with kids. I'd almost rather be more comfortable just making food at home. I don't like
No,
do
it's
tons
better,
of
way
stuff.
better. We eat at home most of the time for sure.
Yeah, you guys scared me. I gotta go figure out this. I have Nest cameras in all my rooms.
Oh yeah, that's really creepy. See, that's the thing. That's the problem with Patricia, my lovely wife, having looking at stuff on the internet, because you always just find the worst stuff.
Yeah,
and the worst stuff is this thing where they're just, I guess they're just these assholes who have nothing better to do but to like go on and figure out how to hack into the easiest thing to hack through, supposedly, is these
Nest cameras. Right?
Nest cameras that are in your home to watch your kids.
I've been in every room. I have 4 of them.
Yeah, so people can just some people are hacking into these and then actually having communications with kids, going, "I see you, I'm Santa."
And not to defend anybody, but some of those live webcam sites are expensive. And I mean, if you can find a way to cut corners.
Good God.
But you frighten the shit out of me because I use them.
Yeah.
I don't leave my kids alone with them.
So they hack into the system, or do they hack into you individually? I don't know.
And are they watching? They must be watching.
They're watching for sure. Watching your kids as you're watching your kids.
I told you my daughter, because she hates the webcam stuff.
I love this.
And she, once in a while, like check my phone. And I just do it if one of the kids is playing in the room. I go, what's my kid saying to his buddies online? And whenever she's in a room, I go look at the camera and it'll just be like Barbie kissing Ken, like close up. She blocks all my cameras with dolls and figurines.
Now, how old is she now? She's 8?
Yeah.
She's 8. That's a big
2011
change.
born.
2011 born.
We just started playing some old school Monopoly this week.
Oh, really?
Every day.
Oh, really? So does Charlie into that too?
He not as much. He's a little bit. He's almost outgrown a little bit. She's in the. You can tell. I know she's good at math just from playing Monopoly with her.
Oh wow!
Just like a little. How some kids get it, some don't. Like I was like, oh, she's got like the math thing where she loves it.
And so, but does Miles gets frustrated? He's the little one.
He'll
he's 4, so he's got to get frustrated because he can't play.
He's a Lego guy.
So does he play Lego on his own, and he's cool with that?
Lego's on his own, and he's got a Nest camera. He's talking to a stranger. He's being kept busy.
So you got him taken care of,
dude. He does all by himself. He'll play Legos for real.
That's good. So you got the whole package.
Did you play Monopoly when you were little?
Yeah, but I think it's a little too. I think like These kids are going to be a couple more years before we dig into the Monopoly.
Yeah.
When did Briar? That's pretty amazing.
Just this trip.
Okay, so 8.
8 years old.
You know what's cool is that at 7, at the end of being 6, before she was 7, is that Miranda was starting to get sarcasm.
Oh, I love the sarcasm.
Yeah, I mean, just you have to make a real obvious sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, I don't know. If you don't behave yourself, you're going to have to eat cake.
Right.
She's like, what? Certainly he's not trying to punish me by eating cake. And she's like, oh, he's being sarcastic. And you have to start with the big one. Like, whoa.
That's a big milestone. That's as important as learning to walk or learning to crawl.
So. If you're a comedian, it certainly is. You got to get them primed for your sarcasm so you can, torture them more.
Did I tell you
with your own jokes?
I do hate my own kid stories. I hate to bore people, but I will tell you, I knew Miles had a good sense of humor. When he was 3 years old, he comes over to my place and he spits on the floor, and I go, "What? What are you doing, buddy? You don't spit on the floor." Then he proceeds to do a crazy fake fall, a fake slip, just a crazy whoa. And I was like, "All right."
Miles did this
at 3 years old. He spit on the floor and then did a whoa all the way to his back.
Wow.
And I was like, forgiven.
Wow.
Because it was just so silly.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Madeline has got, she's 3. She's 3 and 4 months now.
She's so cute.
And thank you. She gets she gets humor and stuff. But at the same time, she's super smart. But at the same time, she'll hide behind me and grab my shirt and I won't be able to find her. And she said, I can't find her. And that's the funniest thing ever to her. So it's hard to ever get mad at her about anything when you realize that
right.
She thinks behind me is a viable hiding place. Hard to take that seriously. But man, they're growing up fast, buddy. I'll tell you something scary. Something's very scary.
I don't even think I want to hear it.
You got a 12-year-old.
I looked at his Instagram the other day and he posted a picture of himself.
He's got an Instagram?
Yeah. And he posted a picture of himself from 2000, one from 2011, 12, 13. Started crying looking at it because of how fast he grew up. One picture was I took him out of school to play checkers and eat muffins at this bookstore.
Yeah.
And I remember he goes, "What are you going to put on the excuse?" Because I was writing an excuse for him.
Yeah.
And I wrote, "I'm taking my kid to play checkers and eat muffins at the bookstore." And he thought it was amazing that I just told the truth.
Yeah.
And I saw that picture and I was like, shit.
Wow.
It's just flying by.
Wow, it is flying by.
What are you going to say to scare me?
Well, my buddy Tony Baldino in Chicago, he's doing great. Him and his wife, lovely wife, Pat. And they got grandkids who live out here in Palos Verdes, out there in Los Angeles.
Sure.
But they're from Chicago.
Mm.
And he said, well, we were out there, and the thing is that, they're your grandkids, 13 and 14. They said they're gone.
Damn.
They're just 13, 14. They're on with their friends, their phone, video games. They don't care about grandpa anymore. Doesn't that break your heart?
Brutal.
So you got another 12 months, 11 months with Charlie.
I better fit it in.
And he's gone.
This guy after a show, how often have you ever gotten actual good advice from someone after a comedy show? Never?
Hardly ever, yeah.
This guy goes, "I want to tell you, I got 2 tips, parenting tips." I'm like, "Okay, buddy, whatever you say." Proceeds to give me 2 of the greatest parenting tips that I've used.
Talking about Tony?
This is, talking about Tony with the grandparent thing.
Yeah.
This was just some stranger.
Oh, really?
At a show that came up to me at the end of a show. He goes, "Oh, you talked about your kids?" He said, "Number 1, learn to play the video games they play, and you'll be able to wear the headset wherever you are."
Oh, yeah.
And you get to kind of talk to him about life while you're playing the game.
While you're playing the game.
Did it, started playing games that next day. And he said the other one is, he said he wished he knew, when your kid turns 16, they start driving and you don't have that, their attention when you drive them in a car. He was saying he didn't realize all that quality time when you're driving your kids around until they started driving themselves. And he was like, shit, I could have been, telling them stuff or talking to them. I think about it every time I get in the car. On the way to school,
beautiful.
I go, let me.
That's very, very, advice. It's whenever you do get advice, I remember my favorite cousin, I call her my number 1 cousin, Boots. Her name's Maria Lapid, Dr. Maria Lapid. And, it's just she just gives you advice, when you need it.
Yeah.
About life.
It's awesome.
I don't remember any of it, and I never used it, but I was nice to.
That was nice at first, though.
No, she just told me when my dad passed away, she said, "Make your mom feel needed. She's going to need to feel needed." And I'm like, "Whoa, jeez." Good advice.
Wow.
You know? The only person gave me advice that day. That was good. It was like, if there's anything I could do,
Right.
if you like,
Here's more lasagna.
yeah.
Just keep bringing.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but anything I could do. You know, people don't know what to say. God bless them. But so Jamie Lissow, I'm glad you're back in town. We're gonna write. It's time, and we've been talking about doing season 3. And the truth of it is, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to revamp the show. It is not going to be the same one, and I don't know where it's going to end up. But there's 2 different companies now, 2 different production companies. There's nothing to do with ours company anymore, who are taking over the show. And we're going to see what the heck happens. We're going to find out pretty soon.
It's exciting.
I don't know what it's going to be called, but it may not be called Real Rob anymore. But it was fun. We had a great time on Netflix. Very grateful to the people over there. We had a great time to Larry Tans and Rodrigo Mazon and all the other people at Netflix. They were really nice to us. And we'll see what the heck happens with the show. Maybe it'll end up back there. I don't know. But we're going to revamp it and do it with Village Roadshow.
Can't wait.
And so, and Pepe Baston and his company. And they're going to take the show and do it again. And that's going to be happening in 2020 for hopefully the end of 2020. So, Jamie, you're a huge part of that. And now that you're, you may or may not be going back to CBS, we'll grab you back gladly, and we'll have a good time. And then we've got to find some more stand-up dates. So, figure out where the hell you're going to be.
Yeah.
They can go to where to find you?
RobSchneidersFriend.com.
Rob Schneider.
And you and I are doing the DC Improv at the end.
Yeah,
of,
when is that?
It's in February,
Yeah,
I think.
let's do that.
February 25th and 26th.
Oh, yeah, that's a great time. I'll see you there. And then hopefully you can come out. And I think I'm going to still be shooting my comedy special the 29th in Salt Lake City.
All right.
So that's going to be in Salt Lake City. You can go to...
RobSchneider.com.
RobSchneider.com. Keith Stubbs.
Oh.
What's his club out there? Wise Guys?
Wise Guys.
They're promoting it out in Salt Lake. So
Great club.
it'd be great. Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening to See What Happens. And we're going to do another podcast with Jamie and Patricia Maya. And that's going to be coming out next week. Thanks for listening. And thanks for See What Happens.